Martin Odegaard fires back at Arsenal legend over criticism. I don't care. Arsenal star Martin Odegaard has faced plenty of criticism over his role as club captain, with legend Tony Adams claiming his teammate Declan Rice should be given the armband. Instead, Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard has insisted he doesn't care about comments from club legend Tony Adams, claiming he should be stripped of the armband and replaced by Declan Rice. Odegaard was appointed Gunners skipper in the summer of 2022, but has faced criticism over his suitability for the role as Arsenal push for more silverware. Adams is one of the most famous captains in the club's history, as he led the club to 4 league titles and 5 domestic cups. The club have finished as runners-up in the Premier League table in the last 3 consecutive seasons, and iconic former defender Adams claimed earlier this summer that Rice should be named captain instead to take the club to the next level. He's got a really big call to make this year, and for me he hasn't done it, he said. The call is to make Declan Rice the captain. I think Declan is my kind of captain, and it might free Odegaard up to play with a bit more freedom. Every now and again as a manager, you have to put someone who reflects you, who reflects the football club that you think can actually take you to the next level. But Odegaard was unmoved when the quotes were put to him over the international break, insisting he doesn't pay attention to criticism and doesn't let it affect him. I don't care that much, to be honest, he said at a press conference ahead of Norway's clash against Moldova. Everyone can have their opinion and say what they want, and I'm all right with that. I can't care about what everyone says. The playmaker added, "There's a lot of negative and positive things to say, but I can't let it affect me. That's what I've thought throughout my career." Odegaard has played a total of 201 times for the Gunners, scoring an impressive 41 goals, and is held in high regard by many of his teammates, with manager Mikel Arteta insisting he is chosen to be captain by his fellow players every year. When Adams's claims about Odegaard were mentioned to the Spaniard, he said, "By a mile away, by a big 100 miles, everybody was choosing the same person, Martin Odegaard, which is the most clear sign that you can have. It's how they feel about who has to be their captain to defend, improve, and win the matches that we want to win. So there's no question about that. There is a vote every year, especially because we change personnel a lot, and we change the leadership groups, because a lot of the players that were there are now gone. A lot of people talk and shout, and then when you close the door, they do something very different. Martin doesn't need to open his mouth, and everybody will go, 'He's my captain. I want him to represent me. I trust him 100%. He's the guy I want to have next to me.' That's it, in my opinion." Thomas Tuchel axes Arsenal star from England squad to face Serbia, despite starting last match. Thomas Tuchel can only pick a 23-man squad for Tuesday night's trip to face Serbia in Belgrade, meaning he faced a tough choice over which player from his 24-man group to leave out. Thomas Tuchel has left Arsenal's Miles Lewis-Skelly out of the England squad to face Serbia on Tuesday evening. Fullback Lewis-Skelly started Saturday's 2-0 win over Andorra at Villa Park and played for the full 90 minutes. But with Tuchel only permitted to name a 23-man squad for the trip to Belgrade, the 18-year-old has become the odd man out. Lewis-Skelly has come off the bench twice for Arsenal so far this season in the wins over Manchester United and Leeds United, but has previously started 4 of Tuchel's 5 games in charge of the Three Lions. Reece James, who played at right-back on Saturday, is capable of switching over to the left, while Tuchel could also call on Newcastle's Tino Livramento, Aston Villa defender Ezri Konsa, or Tottenham's Djed Spence, who is in the squad for the first time for the position. England have won all 4 of their World Cup qualification matches so far without conceding a goal, but have attracted criticism for their displays from fans. Speaking after the weekend win over Andorra, who England laboured past 1-0 in Barcelona in June, Tuchel defended his side's attacking display and instead focused on the lacklustre crowd. "It's a very different crowd to the Premier League and we know it," he said. "I think the energy was right, the quality was there, and we should have scored more. After the first goal, we had 10 or 15 minutes with too many ball losses. We lost a bit of focus and concentration, but second half, found it again and created a lot of chances and, like I said, should have scored more. I think we missed a little bit the little moments to accelerate the game. We should have scored maybe the second one earlier because the second goal gave us a lot of freedom and players moved more freely and a bit more confident. Touching on the trip to Serbia, he added, "The group played with the exact same attitude that they trained, and I'm glad for the players. We will prove the point now in Belgrade. We're going to learn a lot from next Tuesday night. We're ready for it. We know what's coming. It's a difficult away game, but it's a crucial game for us because we can make a huge step into the qualification, and we're well aware of it. Same system, totally different quality, totally different style of play, a much more physical away game, so we will be prepared. We have Sunday and Monday to prepare, to travel, and we will be ready." Declan Rice's transfer wish has been granted by Mikel Arteta after asking Arsenal to act Arsenal were devastated to not lift any silverware in 2025, and the club helped Declan Rice realise his vision after calling for change ahead of the transfer. Declan Rice's wish for Arsenal to get busy in the summer transfer window was granted by the club following his comments calling for fresh blood. And the Gunners responded in a big way after shelling out around £250 million on new signings. The Gunners were mightily disappointed to finish a fifth straight season without any major silverware. Mikel Arteta won the FA Cup in his first season at the helm, mere months after taking charge at the Emirates, but he hasn't managed to add to his trophy cabinet since then. Last season saw Arsenal reach the semi-finals of the Champions League and League Cup, as well as finishing second in the Premier League for a third straight year. And after 2 campaigns in North London, Rice perhaps hinted at some